They follow the Torah. They most definitely follow the Torah along with a mix of a few other things, including the Bible for sure. I mean, it's almost like looking at a map. You know what I'm saying? But unless you come upon that road, you know, you see it on the map, but you don't know how many cars are there. But now we have GPS, God's special network. You understand what I'm trying to say? They're playing it by the Torah. If this is a game, they have to play the game by something. They can't give the weak people nothing, you and me. Don't you understand? How can they possibly give us nothing? If they gave us nothing, it wouldn't be fair, and then the game would be too easy for them, and they wouldn't even need us to come here to do anything. If they can fabricate a sky, a fake sun, a moon that must be here for the communication of spirit, or we wouldn't be here to be able to enter into these bodies. Why am I wearing this? I got a feeling, my friends. When you hear genuine, what do you actually see? What is in? Who is one? Genuine I am. Who is giving? Sometimes it's first come, first serve. Well, sometimes it's the first word you hear, it's the next word you say, depending on what the last thing you heard was all about. Boom, that's the way it was, because that's what I was thinking when I'm not thinking that now. You see, I'm Raphael, I'm Mr. Tack Pants. But when I first started this whole thing, my friend said, you know what? You look like a sick man. You're a sick man. You see, I'm not supposed to come on here and tell you this right now. And I said to them, I should get on there and tell them I know everything. Hey guys, listen to this. Just graduated the highest whatever in some school somewhere in the States. They documented all my files. They were so superior than anybody else. It was so insane that they weren't sure to give me a 0 or to make me the best in the world. Somebody once said this about me. They said it's about being savant. Is that the word? And when you're savant, I never really understood this till now. It's so outrageous, like it's impossible because, but then you try and it works, you still say, holy fuck, how did these guys figure it out? Things like Tishrei. I was born in the month of Tishrei. When I say it, first come, first serve, sounds like shit king. I was born on the 16th of Tishrei. A 5724, more or less the same thing Barack Obama is doing right now. 57th terms of office. He's actually the 42nd president. Because you know what? Don't you know the way it works in Matrix? It works the same thing in this world. Do you want me to explain it to you? They all buy insurance on each other. Well, he didn't make 90 days. So he wasn't insured. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you okay, sir, to take the office? We're going to get you insurance. There's a threat on your life before anything starts. Doesn't matter what the threat is. The first threat is his heart. And a million people telling him, you suck. You know, if somebody told me I sucked, you know what I'd probably do? I'd pop out a joint, sit down at the nearest bar, and not listen to anybody and think, well, why the hell do I suck? Is it because I'm not acting well enough to be an actor in my own show? My mind can't swell. So he's crazy enough, savant. He has done something nobody can do. And why do they say this? Well, because if you see a guy make a beautiful car that no one's ever done, you don't call him really a savant. You tell him he's a very good artist. But when somebody comes up with something that's in nowhere's land that can't even be fathomed that it's right or wrong because it doesn't even exist as a thought. But it did exist as a thought for two reasons. The minute whatever it was completed or the implications that were not completed, okay, is the actual idea of what's going to be further processed. And I got that terminology from the turkey farmers. Don't talk about your eggs before they hatch. You don't know what they're going to look like. When you're building a car, we put a survey out, and we're not sure if anybody's going to buy it. Do you know what I just did? I have to show you this, what I just did. I am on fire. Barak, hold on. Barak atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Ronnie, what? I should start over again. Okay. I have to say something in Hebrew. Well, it's sort of in Hebrew, but I'm going to sort of, fake it. Or not fake it, but Barak Obanu Kulo Ha'amim. Isn't that a Jewish phrase? Barak Obanu? Barak Obanu? Oh, Barak Obanu. Is anybody Jewish out there know what that means? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Barak Obama. Sounds like Barack Obama. Of course. Everything has to get changed. Grover Cleveland, they couldn't figure out what to do with him. He was so important they had to separate his presidencies. Not only that, they had to come up with a show, say, see this. See this twice. See this street. See the same street. Sesame Street. Grover Cleveland. They had him in there too. How many Grover Clevelands are in this world? Now the question is, what's a Grover Cleveland? If I'm going to be the smartest guy in the world, I only can be smart because I asked the right question. You answer it. And what made me smart was only you. Grover has to be repeated. He's being repeated the same way Lucas gets repeated, the same way Rocky gets repeated, Sylvester Stallone, and the same way the actors get divorced because some of them must be repeated. It's in the Matrix. When you think you know exactly what you're doing, I never really stood the Matrix of any sort, but you're not doing anything at all than following the vibes of the vibrations that are passing between your ears, that are underneath your fingertips when she grabs your hand. The minute someone touches you, you are now part of their vibrations without you knowing. Don't you know how a ground works in electricity? Don't you know that all pennies are copper because they all have the same meaning in the matrix? Don't you know that the 1 and 3 are the oppositions on the top of your telephone? One starts for the Hebrew 3, the other one starts for the English left to right. I mean, starting to left, point to the right, right. You see, that's the English. The Hebrew, they start over here, they go this way. So if I mark 23, on this side, I got to mark 32. I got to do it backwards. And upside down, apparently, they said it was good. Do you want to hear something? It's so crazy how many things I hit on. But I'm going to show you something before I go, no. I'll do that after in this verse. I mean, the numbers are so crazy because, you see, 28 grams of weed is 1 ounce, okay? An OZ, okay? The O is the 15th letter, and the Z is the 26th letter. Together it's 41. Now, if you start on go in Monopoly, you go all the way around to go, you got 41. Go to go. Go, Habs, go. Go, Habs, go. And all the songs we sing. You see, 1.5 can make 3, but it can't make a 3.5. So when you go buy a baggie of weed, 3.5 grams that they usually divide it, and the 1.5, okay, it's going to make 4.5 or 3, so you miss it. And now you have to figure out, why did I miss it? Why did I miss not getting it? You missed it because 3 times 15 is 45. 3 grams by 15 is either $45, 4.5 grams, and you're not, do you understand, you're not getting the right number. The number's too high, and the reason it's too high purposely is because you're smoking the weed of ganja. It's perfect. The only way to get way to get a 3.5 is to get number 16 and number 19. Hold on. 16 equals P and 19 equals S. Okay? You have to get these 2 numbers, okay, to get 3.5. And you also have to get the numbers to get 3.5, which is CD, AC/DC, because you end up in the middle. Now, the reason I said this is because forget about 3.5. It's now 35. We didn't bring up the debt. You know, when somebody sees money, when the comprehension is there, you have my 3.5. Might be 350 bucks. But you're not going to say to the guy, hey, you got my $3.50. Otherwise, you're going to express dollars and cents in the same phrase, separating the numbers. That's why you get two numbers here and two numbers here. If you got a syllable, you know what I'm saying? So these numbers are P and S. S&P, Standards and Poor's. 16 and 19 is 35. The 35th apparent president of the United States was John F. Kennedy. 35 and 75 is 110 floors on the Twin Towers. It's also 35 kickoff to 75 the end of the end zone. It's also the letters if I. Now I wasn't going to go into that. It's also the letter of if I was an egg. If I was an egg yolk. 7557, those same things I spoke about, says egg. It says George's DNA. 35, half of that is 17.5. Forget about the 1. It becomes 150. There's 4 corners total. That's 300. 6-point star, mug, and dovet. 1 in the center. Don't count it. The 3/4 of what you get is because of who you are, and you'd be nothing without the spirit. That 1/4 light makes that 3/4 of body live after that, but you divide up between the soul and the spirit. Although they use the same letters, Standard and Poor. Do you know what I'm saying? Which spirit are they using? The one spirit is 6, the one spirit is 9, because those are the numbers, 16 and 19. 1 is the spirit. Are you using the 6 or the 9? You know what I'm saying? First it's a 6, then it's a 9. First the 6 that breaks it on, and it's like that because it's either the 1/4 up, and not only that, in order to get 6 into 9, you need to get 50%. Now I can't explain that, because sometimes I have things today, oops, tomorrow I know. There's other things. 7 times 4 is 28 grams. 8 by 3.5. It's 28 grams. Wow, why does that work out? 3, 4, and 7. The gates of Mars and Earth. You see, we're on a moon of some sort, inside the belly of another planet, a sphere. And inside that is another disk. And on that disk it says Mother Earth. And the trees grow from the ground and they go up. And why? Because we have space to live. Because really the safest thing in the universe, if you really want to know, is to be inside the bubble. You never want to be outside. You want to be inside. I mean, wouldn't it be dangerous outside? Because that's where everything is moving. I mean, for me, we're inside something other than inside. Stood up just like if you go outside. I mean, I'm not intelligent. Look at the ants. Look under the ground what the ants did. They got houses. Look, we can't do the same thing. We just can't use a different energy. We just can't shift the molecular structure of the gravitational pull. You don't think that this is part of the world we are in, and each different color is a sponge, only to hold the separation between the others around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the center. That would be the 5-point star. Now, where did I get this from? This is what happens when you learn how to dream, my friend. You see what it says, Digimon? You see this part over here on the top? Just like on the Superman suit? These are all stretched out, holding our home a little bit more open. Okay? Now, I'm not sure if it's here or where it is, but you can't actually be here. Or we're actually, this is all our suspension, and we're actually here. But now forget about that, because you got to go to another level. Imagine this wraps up and brings this as a center over here. We can't actually live in the center because we'd have no balance, so we'd have to have 3 centers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And if you see, they're all hearts. All of these make hearts. All of these make hearts. And if you take a look, see the pyramid? And here's the other part of the pyramid. 1 pyramid, 2 pyramids, 3 pyramids, 4 pyramids on this level. How are the pyramids? How'd they come together? I don't know! Can't give away all the secrets, because the secret I know about the pyramid, I've already mentioned in some of my videos. And it only comes, you see, last night I had these crazy dreams. Today, yes, I'm going to tell you one thing, one little toke. Just a little toke. I'm already in. And the minute I think of something, I get a feeling. I get a feeling that I want to cry because I feel it, I see it. I don't see it, but I can see it in a feeling. Don't you have feelings for me? Little Red Riding Hood coming out for the White Wolf. White Wolf, are you online, White Wolf? Holy shit. I don't understand one fucking word. Did you hear that guy? Hey man, if you ain't going to talk better than that, I mean, I was trying to mimic you as you were doing it, but you got to watch out for some reason, is it Somalia, or is it the salmon, or the Allah, or is it Muhammad Ali? Of the salmon and the row, row, row your boat, the salmon go up the rapids. Why do they go up the rapids? Because they're going to Baffin Islands. Or they're going over to Russia. Can't tell you where it is exactly, but shit, so close to where my grandfather was born. And then it goes below to Antarctica. It goes just below Australia, Antarctica. And then it cuts over, I mean, the way I see it is towards the west, like where California is, but all the way to Antarctica. And I'm going to show you a picture of that right now. I hope I could. Okay, let me see. Okay, now I got to make this smaller. Oh, sort of smaller. I'm trying to do it. Oh, it disappeared on me. I can't have that happen. You know what's going to happen here? Like most of my videos, you ever hear what I do? I get so excited that my video is finished that that I shut it down right away, and I forget to upload my. Now what I'm trying to do. Okay, now here it is. This is the first seminar. Do you see this? Well, I'm trying to get a middle screen. You see that? All those coordinates, that's 7286. Okay, I have a couple more coordinates that go at 7286, and that's 2015. And the other one, you'll have to figure it out. It's pretty much simple. It's inside of what I just told you. That's 7286. It's at the heart of Africa. What's going down? Now, the thing I don't know is how, can you see this? How I go from here all the way around the globe and back to Asia. I didn't use the right paper because we have to put this in here. So you see, here's one corner. Here's two corners. Here's three corners. Here's four corners. There's nothing here. But look how it pans out. Okay? Look how it pans out. Look what it groups together. Okay? Don't forget. Look, it's a bubbled pyramid. You know why? Because I couldn't figure out how to get this through Australia. Is that what Australia is? Australia. And then over Mongolia, which is right here, you see this line, maybe it fits over here. But I want to show you something. You see the line going through here? The line going through here? It's in between here and here anyways, regardless. So this is already in. This is on the outside. That's why we have to figure how it connects here and here. This is all 7286, okay? My grandfather came from about here. This is where I brought up the 7286. He was from Chernobyl, okay? This is Baffin Islands. The only two these two touch is this. Once it goes around, it'll come back here. This, once it goes around, it'll come back here. So it ties up everything. And that's basically all it ties, except for this part over here, which is, can you guess what? See, over here's Canada. Look at Quebec. Seems like Quebec is cut out a little bit.
Looks so special, doesn't it? Isn't that Quebec over here, or am I out? One side of Quebec is cut out. Here's the line. I might be wrong. See, but under here is the Great Lakes, right? So Canada's right in here on the tooth. On this side, they'll be on the other side. So that means Canada would be counting part of Canada. I mean, pending whether it works like this, whether Canada's on this part of the pyramid, or Canada stays on this part of the pyramid. The pyramids are broken up. There has to be, I don't know what the mathematical thing is, I just found this out today. You understand? And when you come somewhere, if you see this, that is natural, the way it is, okay, maybe this is already what's entrapped, because I couldn't do any more. Sometimes they say first come, first serve. But this is what's going to be entrapped. This is done. The world has already been taken over here. Now it's just this part over here. Now they have to just play that game to make you believe that we're free. So I don't know how the whole thing works. I don't know what the whole game is exactly about, but basically that's it. So we already told you about Baruch Adonai Baruch Obama Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Where does he fit in? Oh, his name definitely fits in. Oh, for sure. For sure. You name me one president that didn't fit somewhere, okay, in history, in games people play. If you tell me Barack Obama, if this is an alpha omega president, okay, do you know what an alpha omega president is? It means just like the one who started it, the one who will end it, they are both the onlys. So whatever happened to George Washington, he went on the quarter, the George Washington quarter. That when you turn the quarter around, the eagle is upside down. He has a bow in his hair. It's just like doing this and saying, yeah, I love you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The bow in his hair is a tied deal. Tied, okay, is a bleach that you use or something you use to wash your clothes. Tied up, tie them down. How about Cheerios, Fruit Loops, Mini Wheats? How about Kellogg's? Have you ever seen the label for Kellogg's? It says 75. The K on Kellogg's says 75. 7511. You don't know what that means, eh? They're all complete. Because 7 and 5 is 12, and 11 is 11, and 12 is 23 is the creation. That means it's the complete opposite. It's 87. It's the destruction. Because they rebuild. Have you ever seen the difference between what they do? They come up on the island of the 2 card, and they build from the 2 card all the way over to the 8 card, and they build in between. 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. Why? Because the center, which is in the middle position, the 5 that are around. Did I say that right? Of course not, but don't tell them what's missing. All right, so now we were at Tishrei at the beginning, and Tishrei is also the 10th and the 9th month, which is September, and it's also the man on the moon, which means the whole spirit communication with the 9th birth. Not talking about the 2 worlds you come with in the body, and etc. Just the basic 10 and 9 minds. 10 and 9 minds. What does it mean, 10 and 9 nines? Thetford mines? Is it a mine? Is it another clue? It's definitely a clue. But it also means 10, 9, the mind that connect. These are the numbers we give them, man on the moon. 19. 19 and 19? 38. 38 times 3? 114. Moon. 114. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. Child is born. 273 days. 135, 270 plus 3. 135, or 315 is the same numbers adding up in addition to the gematria numbers. A to Z, I think, is 351. And then after Z to 36 is 315. They both say ace. Told you, in pool, the 3 ball's the ace, right? Usually it is. See 1 and 3? When you play pool, you're playing with the soul, because the 1 is yellow. Is that the way you have to look at it? Or are we the red ball? But the red ball is now number 3. In the horses, the red is 1 and 1. The one spirit, the three soul, or is it the one soul and the three spirit? Well, it's got to be the three soul because it's in the Trinity world, the ESP of Earth. Oh, it's got to be the three soul. So that would mean the three soul is red. In horse racing, the yellow is the 4 and the 6. I got to think about this one. I know there's an answer there, of course. So Tishrei is the king. Tish, the white moon, the white ghost, the wolf, the white wolf. 32 is your side, your home in chess. Tishrei together is 88. Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dan. Vote on the 16th. 16 and 88, 104, 10-4. Your buddy, you want to pull on over? I got a ticket to give you. I've met your match. You've met my match. Who's my match? We come here to jail, to handcuff you. Why are you going to handcuff me? Well, because we saw that your soul has been hanging out in the streets. And we want your soul to be only with your spirit, because she loves you. So we're handcuffing you to your spirit for the rest of your life. I now pronounce you soul and spirit, red and yellow. You can now kiss the bride. What color would red and yellow make? That would be weird. Red and yellow would make, pretty funny. Isn't that orange? The orange sun in holy matrimony. I joined these two, the yellow and the red, to make orange, the holy sun that comes here to this earth. The 1 ball and the 3 ball become the 5 ball, because the 5 ball is orange and the 13 ball is orange. You see how boomerang, we get a color and now we have different balls? The 5 is the center of the octagon. What was the other number? The 13? Well, the 13 is actually like 11:11, because 1300 hours is 1 o'clock, which is 5 minutes, okay, or 45 degrees, is that one? No, which is 5 minutes, 12, which is 30 degrees by 12, yeah, 30 degrees. Every 5 minutes on the clock is 30 degrees, okay? Then there was every 90 minutes, you understand what I'm saying? Every 5 minutes, every 90, hold on a second, every 90 minutes, no, I gotta go, yeah, every 90 minutes, okay, would put the hand of the clock between 1 and 3 o'clock, which would say 1:30. So 1:30 more, 1:30 less, that would be 45 degrees, and 45 degrees would be 90, would it say 3 hours? 45, no, it'd be 45 and 40, no, it'd be 30, 30, 30. So that would be 3 hours. 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours. Right. Right. Do you understand what I said? It's really complicated. I didn't do it beforehand. And I know people got it like that. Let me see one more time. 90 minutes. 90 minutes is 1.5 hours times 8. So that means there's 45 degrees. Is 1.5, no. It'd be 3 hours times 8. Yes, 3 hours. So this would be 6 hours. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to show you it 3 different ways in the same explanation. Just get it this way. 90 minutes go by, and the minute clock, right, the clock, the hand of the clock goes all the way to here. If it does it 8 times, it makes 360 degrees, and it comes back to here. So this is 1.5 hours, or I don't know which way to say it, or 1:30 in the afternoon. It moved 90 minutes. But even if you move 90 seconds, it's the same thing. 90 gets you to the 45. Then you got to do 90 to the 92, 90 to 93, 94. It has to happen 8 times. 90, 720. That's what it is. 720 moves. Now I'm going to forget this for sure, but that's my number with 7286. Because it's got to do it in the 36, and it's got to do it in the 36. 36, I think, of 49. 36 of 49 of 7,200 moves. It's the hand clock. I can't. I'm trying to tell you the best I could. Wow. Oh, I don't know how to tell you this. Well, it's the movement. It's 7286. I showed you what it is. It's a long video. I find it was a quite interesting video, except for the last 20 minutes. Okay. How do we end it? I wonder what he's cooking for supper over there. Pretty cool, eh? Raphael 7286. Thank you.